Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. We continue with the story from Valmiki Ramayana. Rama had restored Sugreeva to his kingdom, having killed his elder brother Vali. Thereafter, Sugreeva took it easy on his promise to help Rama find out the whereabouts of Sita. Rama complained to Lakshmana, saying, "Brother, call on Sugreeva and tell him that he is going back on his words in forgetting the obligation, a promise given to me after I restored his kingdom." It is surprising that Sugreeva has forgotten the fate of Vali. He has forgotten that he had promised us to trace Sita's whereabouts. Living lecherously, he has not noticed that the rains are over. Tell him about my anger and that the road on which Vali has been transported is still open. Ask him to fulfill his promise or face the consequences of my enmity and anger. While the kind-hearted and generous Rama was grieving and pining for his wife, in order to assuage his anger, Lakshmana said, "Arya, Sugreeva cannot tread the righteous path traversed by decent persons. He does not appear to believe in the friendship cemented between the two of you with Agni as a witness, because of which he was restored to his kingdom. Sugreeva has lost his wisdom. His women engage all his attention. He does not intend honoring his commitment. He must be dispatched to keep company with Vali, and Angada made a king and asked to help trace Sita." As Lakshmana, with his bow and arrow held high, prepared to move speedily towards Kishkindha in great anger, Rama spoke to pacify him. He said, "Sumitra Nandan, it does not become a righteous man like you to kill a friend. Amongst men, the best ones overcome their anger with subtle wisdom. We must stick to our commitment to be Sugreva's friends and try to remind him of his obligation." A pacified Lakshmana, though inwardly angry and upset, walked towards Kishkindha, looking glorious like a rainbow. Wise as Brihaspati, Lakshmana thought over how to address the problem with Sugreeva. Kishkindha, situated in a valley, was inaccessible to outsiders. The Vanara guards confronted Lakshmana. This upset him once again. Sugreeva, who was enjoying Tara's company in his bed, did not come out to receive the prince. However, as soon as Angada learnt of the arrival of Lakshmana, he came out, greeted him with folded hands. The Raghava prince asked him to inform his uncle of his arrival and to remind him of the promise he had made to Rama while cementing their friendship. I have included in this video a number of paintings from the British Library, paintings done in Mewar depicting the scenes where Ram and Lakshman wait for Sugreeva to help them when Lakshman calls on Sugreeva, etc. Please look at them and enjoy the finesse of the artist. An intoxicated Sugreeva lay with Tara, his eyes red and unfocused. He wore a garland of flowers, golden flowers, Valmiki writes. When Angada and his ministers explained the situation to him, his comprehension cleared and he asked Tara to receive the angry Lakshmana, pacify him using her wise words and womanly guile, and escort him into the palace. He said, "I have not uttered a word against Ram or Lakshmana. Why are they angry with me? A friend's unjustified anger bothers me. Tara, it's easy to make friends, but difficult to sustain the relationships. Hanuman, the wisest among Sugreva's counselors, tried to sort out the situation. He said, Maharaja, Rama cannot be inimical to you, whom he helped without caring for public condemnation when he killed Vali. The fact that he has sent Lakshmana as his emissary shows that he cares for you. You forgot your duty to help them trace Sita. You were too occupied with pleasures of the flesh. The skies are clear now and the rainy season has abated. It is time for the kings to set out on their expeditions. Lakshmana has come because you ignored all this. Mahatma Ram is unhappy, said Hanuman, because his wife has been kidnapped. Bear with it even if Lakshmana is harsh with you. You are in the wrong. Hence you have no way out except to make peace with Sri Ram and Lakshmana. Valmiki writes, Kishikindha was lavishly built. The avenues were broad and the gardens full of flowering plants. Several buildings were as high as Meru mountain or Vindhyachala. The air was redolent with the fragrance of sandalwood and of intoxicating liquors. Massive doors made of solid gold guarded the inner palace. Expensive tapestries covered the luxurious beds made of silver or gold. Entering the gates, Lakshmana heard the melodious voice of the singers to the accompaniment of veena. Sugreeva was afraid. He could not face Lakshmana. At his instance, Tara the beautiful walked over to the prince. She was slim, coy, and by nature humble. Her eyes were red and intoxicated. Her gait was unsteady, golden threads dangled from her waistband. Having imbibed liquor, Tara was not restrained like a woman. She seemed, but Lakshman was delighted to look at her. Fearlessly she spoke her words of wisdom. Why are you so angry, O prince? Who dare disobey you? Which idiot enters a conflagration raging in a dry forest? Superb words and similes. Tara's assuring words set Lakshman's doubt at rest. He could see that she was sincere. Responding, he said, Tara, I admire your thinking well of your husband. However, he is squandering his wealth of dharma and earth by ceaselessly indulging in kama. Why do you not show him the path of righteousness? Rama and I are overtaken by grief because Sugreeva forgets his promise to us. We had decided to wait for the rains to pass. It is time for Sugreeva to leave his irresponsible ways of conduct and fulfill his vow to us. If an obligation is not repaid in time, dharma is destroyed. Words of wisdom. A broken friendship with sincere friends leads to loss of artha. What is your advice, Tara, in this matter? How do we achieve our goal? Tara asked Lakshmana to forgive Sugreeva because he was a sincere friend and a well-wisher. She said, how can a person of a noble character be angry with another less qualified? She is pampering Lakshmana's ego. O prince, how can anyone who is a repository of the sattva guna, such as you are, defy the rules of proper conduct and be so angry? I am aware of Sugreva's fault. While you kept your word, he has overlooked his commitment. Please forgive Sugreeva and treat him as your younger brother. Even Maharshis can go astray when overpowered by kama. By the way, said Tara, rolling her intoxicating eyes, I can see them being rolled. Sugreeva has already commanded all his Vanara forces to assemble here to be assigned their duties in Sita's pursuit. Tara led Lakshmana to Sugreva's chambers, where he was sitting with Rama in a close embrace. Rama was the wife. Young women decked in finery surrounded him. Looking at him thus, Lakshmana once again flew into a terrible rage. Sugriva, trembling out of fear, came down from his throne and apologized to Lakshmana for his forgetfulness. However, Lakshmana rebuked him soundly and said, "You have belied your promise to Sri Ram. If you fail to grasp what he has done for you, you will end up meeting the same fate as your brother." Tara, lovely as the moon, interrupted at this point. She said, "Kumara Lakshmana, Sugriva is after all the Vanara king. You ought not to address him in such harsh terms. He does not deserve such bitter rebuke from a friend like you. He is not a cheat, nor is he cruel, ungrateful, devious, or untruthful. Undoubtedly, what Sri Ram has done for him is unprecedented and very difficult. With his blessings, Sugriva has regained his kingdom, his wife Rama, and me as well. As Vishwamitra was lost in his infatuation for Menaka, my husband too forgot his duty towards Ram while with us. Kumar, the body needs food, sleep, and sex. Sugriva had been deprived of these comforts for a very long time. And thus, once he got them, he lost his sense of time. On his behalf, I apologize to you. My son Angada will fulfill all his obligations. Believe me, Sugriva can give up his kingdom, his treasury, Angada, Rama, and even me for your sake. Ravana cannot be defeated without the help of the Vanaras, who obey the orders of Sugriva. They have been summoned to assemble here for further orders. We shall continue with this narrative in the second part of this episode. Till that time, farewell. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram.